Jupashu Chudan Sogi Chonanga Jangchu Bardu Dagni Gyatsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sanamgi Jola Benchir Sangye Jupashu Shogadi Shmogadi.
Alright. So, I was having trouble again.
Really?
Some homework questions.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Could be because I don't understand the material well enough. But it does seem to be pretty hard to pull stuff from. So I only have 2 questions for you guys today, and they're both true false. Yeah.
I like how it's true or false, but there's like 3 lines of answer. Say true in Swahili now.
Yeah.
Adam, if you can make a figure, we can see.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
That's true or false.
Is an unchanging thing.
Sorry.
Did you mean to say an unchanging thing is?
True or false? Is an unchanging thing the only thing which is such that to be it is to automatically be an unchanging thing?
Yeah.
Totally. It's true. Yeah. We know that the only thing which can be an unchanging thing is an unchanging thing. And that's pretty much just what it's saying.
Is this tongue cheek?
Yeah. And not duck chick doll. Yeah, not.
Okay.
So maybe some other people could give this Sanskrit and Tibetan other than people that it would be obvious for. Yeah, Gibson. He's the representative. Dakpa. What's the Sanskrit anyway?
I think in your school, I think Kuntal Deba also is Dangchik with Dakpa.
Interesting.
I think we'll see. It may come up.
We talked about it.
Remember me if it happens.
Yeah.
If you're not here, we'll...
True or false? An unchanging thing is something which is, 1, such that to be yet is to automatically be an unchanging thing. 2, also non-contradictory with the 2 of a coffee table and a coffee cup.
Whoa.
An unchanging thing is both of these things. True or false?
Hey, don't look at me. I'm just a visitor to the homework.
I don't think so.
No, it is true.
Well,
It's non-contradictory.
no.
I think 1 is true, but 2 is false.
2 is false.
Yeah, 2 is false.
2 is false.
It's
2
not.
is false, making the
With
whole
the 2 of a
Right,
coffee
right,
cup, I
right.
thought we said was a pair, which is
That is an unchanging thing.
Which is why you
It
put
is,
the
but
camera
it's
thing.
but it's not that
Yeah.
unchanging thing. It's still to be.
Yeah.
It is not to be the other.
Sorry, man. You know, sometimes people catch it. And then they
Kumba.
just,
Oh, Pumba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pumba. Pumba. No, Kumba. I'm like Kumba. Kumba. What's Kumba? I said Pumba.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the difference between the 2 of a coffee table and a coffee cup and an unchanging thing? How are those different?
One is a pair of items, and the other is an abstract concept, which includes all abstract
Oh,
concepts.
pair is not an abstract concept.
A pair, that particular pair, is not the
You're
abstract
tying them together.
concept of all abstract concepts.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah. Just like. Okay, so we're back on you.
Oh,
You're the boss, boss.
you're done?
Very well.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Parasite.
Yay, Adam.
Oh, that's such a strange word.
Yeah, sorry about that. Homeworks weren't.
Why are you so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. Which
Well, it's hard to make anything interesting on this.
I've seen 3 of these.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh, I suggest we don't review.
Okay.
It just we just don't have time,
That's fine.
and it's all kind of just mental exercises.
And he'll tell us what happened.
Okay. Okay. Microphone 1201, Mr. Adam. Who's got to play Nick?
Trudna, Dr. Chick Church, and Carbonitan, Gawatan, and Gawayan. Carbonitan, and Gawatan, Gawayan. Carbonitan, Jawatan, Mandrawa, Mandrawayan. Carbonitan, Mandrawatan, Trawa, Yimbe, Shitumba, Yimbata. Carbonitan, Gawatan, and Gawayimbe. yamba kan shi kabo ni jawa tan jawa yamba jawa tan jawa yin kabo ni daman jawa tan jawa when yimbe.
Oh God. Haru.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it slow. Okay. Consider that thing which is one and the same with unchanging thing. Okay. It is A. It A doesn't contradict what does contradict both coffee cup and table, and two, it also contradicts that which doesn't contradict the two of coffee cup and table, and three, it isn't connected with what is connected to the two of coffee cup and table, and four, it is connected with what isn't connected with coffee cup and coffee table, and there is such a thing, okay? Because there does exist one thing which doesn't contradict what does contradict the two of coffee and coffee cup, coffee table and coffee cup, and there does exist a thing which contradicts what doesn't contradict the two of coffee cup and coffee table, and there does exist the same thing which isn't connected with what is connected with coffee cup and coffee table, and there does exist a thing also which is connected with what's not connected with coffee cup and coffee table.
It is. But it is not. There does exist.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause it is something
Let's take. I mean, the last half of this proof repeats the first half, so let's just find something and see if it holds. Okay. So give me something which doesn't give me something which, we're going to start from the first half, okay, of the first quarter. Tell me something which does contradict a coffee cup and a coffee table. The two of a coffee cup and a coffee table taken as a pair.
a coffee table.
Again, doesn't have to be Dr. Danchi.
Well, yeah.
It has to be. Right?
Something which is the same as an unchanging thing.
Dr. Danchi. Yeah.
Let's say it's unchanging.
Yeah.
So what's unchanging that contradicts a coffee cup and a coffee table taken together?
Dr. Danchi. That object is Dr.
Well, give me something more concrete, like space. Okay, take space.
He's saying you have to apply these.
Is there something which doesn't contradict it? Space to the east. Okay. Let's consider space to the east. Does it contradict the two of coffee table and coffee cup? Is it not contradict them? Give me something that doesn't contradict coffee cup and coffee table. Anything that doesn't contradict them. How about this coffee cup and this coffee table? Okay? Now, does the space to the east contradict this coffee cup and coffee table?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they can't be one thing that's both. Okay, so far we're okay. Find me something which is connected to this coffee cup and coffee table. This coffee cup and coffee table. This coffee cup and coffee table. Is there something that's not connected to that? Space to the east. Okay? So far we're okay. Is there anything which is not connected to this coffee cup and this coffee table? Space to the east. Is there something connected to that? The front part of the space to the east, okay? Something like that. It works. There is such a thing. And there we go. We're going to have it. By the way, I'd like to welcome Hector Marcel, who's the director of 3 Jewels, New York. He kept it open all these years. And he personally told me this morning that he would love to have translators come and give talks about their books, okay? Right? Or he could have told me that. Or it wouldn't contradict to be connected with that.
That would be true. I would love for visitors to come and share your translation work.
Yeah. And Jasmine Yao, who you all know, right now she runs the huge programs in Thailand and Bali. We just had a program with 700 people at a 5-star hotel in Bali. And And she's the one who sold
People who can't read them.
$85,000 worth of your first book. Okay, so you should thank her. Yeah. And wish her a long life. To 2046. That's all. Okay. Okay, and welcome other guests. Thank you for coming, Sharon.
Sharon and Iris.
Iris, thank you for coming. Yay. Okay, now just continue your two-day vacation through his class. Don't try to understand anything. The second class will be okay. Who's the second class? Yeah, that one's okay. That's just emptiness meditation. Okay, here we go. Please read. Nick's got the plane. Right? Did you read that?
No, not yet. Tak tambom runa, tapadan chick church and kill carbon need dan go dan go in bata. Kill young yen carbon need dan go in bish, come by your pager.
Okay.
Let's struggle through it. I mean, we could just skip it, but let's struggle through it. So, let's top it on chick church and what's the same as a unchanging thing? We're taking space.
Yeah.
Is that okay? It does not contradict what does contradict the two of a coffee cup and coffee table, right? What does contradict the two of a coffee cup and coffee table? Empty space. And it doesn't contradict that, okay? And then there is one thing which is also empty space and which is also contradicts coffee cup and coffee table, which is empty space to east, okay? Okay. And he gives Dakpa same thing. Take unchanging things. Okay. 1204.
1203, 1204.
We did.
yeah,
I skipped 12 there.
1204. My children not talk about church and cure dan chick yang yin.
Yeah, that's not.
Carbon need dan gawa yang yimbe shi tumba yimba tell cure carbon need dan gawa yimbe chair.
Okay, let's take unchanging things. They are one thing, which is that which is one and the same as them, and is also contradictory to coffee cup and coffee table. That's okay. Because unchanging things contradict the pair of coffee cup and coffee table. Okay. Here we go.
Tak nipa ma children not talk about chick church and carbon need dan and gawa yimba tell. Cure carbon need dan and gawa dan tade. Cure yang yin. Carbon need dan and gawa yimbe shi tumba maybe chair.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. Mayo Wendy. Okay, what was the Tagnipa? Anyway, okay. But to the top of the chick church and take that thing which is this one with unchanging things. It is so contradictory to what's not contradictory with coffee cup and coffee table. Because, and then he gives the definition of contradiction, which are what are the two parts of the definition of contradiction?
Yeah, it's different.
They have to be two things that are separate from one another.
One is to not be the other.
Yeah, and there cannot be one thing which is both. Cannot exist one thing which is both. Then they're called contradiction. Two kinds of contradiction, Nanjik Minengel and Pinsent Bangel. He's going to come to it sooner or later. Sanjik Minengel, classical example is crows and owls. They hate each other or something. They won't stay on the same branch, like hot and cold. Then Pinsent Bangel is like changing and unchanging. No one thing can be both. Mutually, I believe it has to be cover all existing things also, like red and not red. You know, something like that. We'll see how he defines it. Okay, so top on the chick church and take that which is one and the same as unchanging thing. It is contradictory to what is not contradictory to coffee cup and coffee table because it is separate from what doesn't contradict coffee cup and coffee table. And secondly, there's no one thing which is both empty space and also coffee cup and coffee table. or what doesn't contradict them. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Ma chub na top on chick church and kyo yang yin kabom ni tam and go yang yin be shi tumba me bar tao.
Good.
Top of the him te yin go la men te len shimpa chick me be chir.
It is itself.
I guess. It's a little
It's a
weird,
truth.
but okay. Top of the chick church and take that thing which is one and the same with an unchanging thing. Take empty space, right?
Okay.
It is true that there is no one thing which is both empty space and which is also not contradictory to coffee cup and coffee table because it would have to be unchanging and it's not. How's that?
Yeah.
It would have to be unchanging and it's not. And there's no other one anywhere. There's nothing
not a
else
single-
which is other than it. Okay. There's no thing which is other than it.
How does the Kyo Yang Yin fit into that?
Because it is so true that there's no thing which is it.
Sorry?
And
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which is the Kyo Yang Yin.
has to be.
Tapa dan chik yang yin. Okay. Tapa dan chik yang yin. Which is also tapa dan chik. And which is also not contradictory to coffee cup and coffee table. There's no one thing which can be both. If there were, it would have to be unchanging. And there's no other choice than something that was unchanging. There's no other category. Okay. Then what's he say, which is never true?
The second reason's easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my second reason was easy. The second reason was Dele Shembachi maybe, and there's nothing else.
Was the hard one.
Yeah, as usual. Whenever they say it's easy, then you have to slow down and look at it. Okay, I'm just hoping we can just speed through this until it's past text, and we get to something that's not so uncomfortable.
Okay.
All the people in this room are lost, mostly. Okay, go.
Tambo ma drub na tapa church and ke tapa dan chit yang yin kabom ni tam and go yin be shiten ba ma yin ba tao. Ke kabom ni tam and go on ma yin be chir.
Okay, let's take the unchanging things. It is A, one with unchanging things, and two, it is not a single thing which doesn't contradict coffee cup and coffee table, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, he didn't say may. He
'Cause
didn't
it's
say
not.
there is no one thing which is both. He said it is not a thing which is both, okay?
Not non-contradictory.
And that's because Kyukabum Nida Mingawa Mayimbecha. It is not something which is not contradictory to coffee cup and coffee table, which is true space, empty space. It is not something which is not contradictory to coffee cup and coffee table. Okay?
Right. It is contradictory.
Yeah, you're all bright-eyed. You had 2 days off. Is that it? The baby went back to Colorado or something?
No, the baby's here this morning. They're sleeping.
Why are you looking so well rested?
It's just
it
this.
makes me nervous.
No, man, it's a very beautiful thing
Like
to be
the
involved
baby
with.
fell off the balcony or something.
No, she's such a
Okay.
good. She's such a good kid.
Yeah.
She really is.
Now I know you had
Yeah.
2 cups of coffee. Okay, here we go. 12:08.
Dambo ma drub na.
No, not 12:08.
12:08. Should be talking to this one hanging off. Oh yeah, sorry, I need to renumber it.
Madrubna.
Tapa church and kia kabom ni tam and gawa ma yimba tao. Kia kabom ni tam gawa yimbecher.
Translate. Take.
Let's consider an unchanging thing or unchanging things.
Yeah.
It is so true that it's not non-contradictory with the two of a coffee table and a coffee cup, because
Good.
it's contradictory with the two of a coffee table
That's
and a coffee
good.
cup.
Okay, 12:09.
Machuvna tapa church and kia kabom
If you
ni
study
tam.
logic, you can be a lawyer.
Wouldn't that be?
Depends. Prosecuting lawyer.
Contracts for buildings like small cafes, okay?
That sounds a little bit
You
less
can make
exciting.
a fortune off it, believe me. Matrubna.
Matrubna, tapa church and kyo kabom nitan gawa yimbar tel, kyo kabom nitan tade, kyo yang yin kabom ni yimbe, shi tumba mebe chir.
Yeah. Translate, and by the way, here again is the definition of contradiction. The two things are separate, and there's no one thing which is both. Okay.
Yeah. So if you disagree, let's take an unchanging thing again.
Okay.
Let's consider unchanging things.
Let's take space and see if it works.
Let's consider space. It is too contradictory with the two of a coffee table and a coffee cup.
Good.
Because one, it's different from the two of a coffee table and a coffee cup.
Good.
And there's no one thing which is both it
Space.
and also, which is both space and also the two of a coffee table and a coffee cup.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. By the way, they took the pair of a coffee cup and a coffee table. Why?
Because they're always around.
Well, that's the first reason. By the way, the ancient wording is water pitcher and a pillar, because those two things are in every Tibetan monastic room in Tibet, because they didn't have long pieces of lumber, so they had to have pillars, and they had to have a water pitcher because they didn't have plumbing. So for either cause or ing or guo in the pitcher.
It wasn't the same picture, though.
No. Okay. Anyway, what's kinky about both?
It's an unchanging.
We think it's an unchanging thing. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, there's
Is there such a thing as coffee cup and coffee table?
there is such a thing, but there's nothing which is an example of it.
Yeah, they say, I believe, okay?
This is just Yoko?
I'm going along with him.
Yeah.
It does exist. Coffee cup and coffee table does exist, but there's no one example of it. I think, but let's go. He says. If he's wrong, it's him. Okay. I think we'll get there. We didn't cover it yet, I think, right?
It was in
Way
the
back
Shidrup Pinot. Yeah,
Oh,
Shidrup
yeah?
Namchak. Yeah.
What did they say about it? Do you mind if I go back and just look
No,
at that?
go ahead. That's where it was
So,
first brought up. Yeah.
So we're going to go kaboom.
Kabum.
Kaboom.
Yeah. It's probably a ways before that. It was back in like
Here's the first,
300.
but this is the first instance of it.
Yeah, right. Well, 742
Uh,
was the first instance.
Yeah, I went to the top of the file. I'll show you again.
You sure did.
Really?
Okay.
It happens a lot, unfortunately. Nice use of keys, Jay. It's not. Kind of nervous.
Oh yeah, a place where there is no coffee cup. Cock sheet.
That's really a different argument, though.
He brings it up here in a second.
I'm just trying to see if he ever said.
Does not exist. Oh, it was right there.
Yeah. They're just talking about it as.
I swear it was earlier.
See, it's causing a nipple.
I'm not saying it's not available. Oh, Duna. Oh, yeah, that was a kachi. Because Duna, if you agree to that, then I'm going to punch you.
Yeah.
Something. Oh, here. Something exists. It does exist.
Yeah, it exists.
Oh man.
It is, for the 800th time, a shame we can't do proximity.
Sok chi yin la rik chi mayin be mu. So they are a physical collection, but they are not a category. So there's no thing in them as a category. Okay, well let's sit with that for a while.
That's my
Okay.
support so far.
It is.
Instances of coffee cup and coffee table don't count as jedrox of coffee table.
Right, no, they don't.
It doesn't.
That's not, those two things are not a thing, which is an example.
Okay, go. Gongita, Kongita.
Kongita sumba matrup na tak padan chik church and kabum nitan drawa tan ma drawa yimba tau kabum nitan drawa ma yimba.
Well, take that thing which is one with empty space, okay?
Okay.
Empty space, right? It is so not connected to what is connected to coffee cup and coffee table. Not connected with what is connected. I guess coffee cup is connected, coffee cup and coffee table.
That's a good question. I don't know what
Should be. Because it's not connected to what is connected to coffee cup.
Could you say pairs?
Or it would be any group at that point.
Oh, I don't know. Let's go.
Enumerations, any collection. Yeah.
Here we go. 1211.
Totally.
You got the plane. There's not. He's had the same words for like 6 years. But let's see if he mispronounces one.
Oh yeah, totally. Matrubna tapadan chik church and kabom nitan trowa tahang trowa mayimba tau kabom nitan trowa mena kya me mengopecher.
Take that thing which is one with unchanging things, so let's call it empty space. It is so not connected to what is connected to the two. So
Empty space is not Takadanchi.
huh?
It's just not.
It is so true.
Because it's not the category to which
Not
all-
related.
Okay, let's say unproduced things.
Yeah, great.
They are not connected to what is connected. That makes sense because kabomni, if it exists, should be impermanent, right? Should be changing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not connected to what is connected to a changing thing. And
Unchanging. Unchanging.
sorry,
Oh, maybe that's what you said. Unchanging thing, right? Not a changing.
He said
unchanging. Yeah. Kabomni dandawa mena kyumemi gojeche. If something doesn't have a connection with coffee cup and coffee table, it couldn't be not it.
Something doesn't.
Yes, I thought it was something it did have a if something.
Doesn't have a connection. It couldn't be not it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, we need
that's
to
okay.
write it.
Nothing could not be it itself. I mean, what?
Not
How is
itself.
that a good reason?
Good free.
Kabomni dandawa mena. Kabomni dandawa mena. If something doesn't have a connection with coffee cup and coffee table, it couldn't not be it, meaning takpa, unchanging.
Something that's unchanging couldn't.
The only thing which is not connected to coffee cup and coffee table is unchanging things that exist. Okay, how's that?
Kya me
Acha.
mengopecher.
Very good, madam.
Something.
If something is totally disconnected from a changing thing, then it must be an unchanging thing if it exists.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I think I'm allergic to this stuff. Okay, go ahead.
Matrubna bumpe kakshi church and tapadang met takpadang chik mebar tau kabom nitan drawa mebecher.
Bombay Gakshi Chechen. What's Bombay Gakshi?
The place where the coffee cup.
The place where a place where there is no coffee table.
Good. This spot here where there is no coffee cup. Tapanaching meatao. It. It.
It's not the same.
Is it true?
That's not min. It's me.
Is it true that
There is no thing which is.
it is so true that which is such that to be it is to automatically be an unchanging thing does not exist.
Well, how is that a quality ascribed to the subject?
Right.
Tapanaching meatao.
It sounds like he's just saying consider.
I guess you'd have to say there's no such thing as something which is the same as an unchanging thing in that spot where there's no bumpa.
But we're saying in that spot, right? You didn't even say that.
Okay, because kabam nidandoa maybe because there's nothing in that spot which is connected to coffee cup and coffee table.
It's not.
Let's take that. Is this a spot where there's no coffee cup?
That's okay. By the way, this is a.
This
It could be kachi. It could be kachi. Yeah.
has to be because kava.
Yeah. So is this a spot where there's no coffee cup?
Yes.
Is there no connection between it and coffee cup and coffee table?
Right.
There is no connection between it and
It's true, there is no
coffee cup and coffee table. A spot where there's no
Okay.
coffee cup has no connection to coffee cup and coffee table.
Okay.
Can we say that?
That's
Okay,
true.
good. That's all.
Right. So according to him, somehow back up at the original kachi,
Yeah.
that would have had to imply that it was.
There's nothing in this spot which is one and the same with unchanging things. Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Good. It's not true because there's space here.
Okay.
Right.
All right, let's do it again. Let's take a spot where there's no coffee cup, right here. Okay. Does it lack anything which is one and the same with unchanging things?
No.
No, it has empty space.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has emptiness of a coffee cup.
So it doesn't lack something which is the same as unchanging. Okay.
Right.
So that's kaching. It's false. It's false that there's no empty. It's false that there's nothing here which is connected to unchanging things. Okay. Now his reason is there's nothing here which is connected to coffee cup and coffee table. That's not a reason to prove that. Okay. It doesn't prove that.
Okay.
Yeah, to pass the first test, but not the second test.
Right.
Okay. It probably has a kyaba but no chokchut. Okay.
Okay.
But you said so. Okay. Now let's go here. What 12 or my 12 14?
1214.
Do
Dona. Bombay Kakshi Church and Tapadon Chick Yapartal. Top of your beja.
Let's take the spot where there's no coffee cup. It is one and the same with unchanging things because an unchanging thing does exist there, which is empty space.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Say it is. It says there is, which I don't know how to understand in this case.
Well, there does exist here something which is one with
Okay,
with an
fair.
unchanging
You
thing
could almost say it has.
because there's an unchanging thing here.
Because there's
which is
something which
empty space.
exists there.
Okay.
Right.
Talking about a place.
That
It's a place. Yeah, it's great. God bless.
that tell?
Tertal.
That's just
Kasaki da me and beja.
explain that. No, explain that to people.
Which one?
Explain the reason. What's the reason say? Kasaki dame yimbeche.
So it translates as
This spot.
this spot is an example of something
Good.
that has no nature of its own.
Good. Nice.
And
This
it's
is a spot where it's true that people have no self-nature.
and you could say that it's a correct reason because it's a fact which is true of anything.
Yeah, you could have said this is a spot where space is, where the sky is blue. Or this is a spot where current presidents are no. Okay. Okay.
Which after 100 times in his text, like I have come to find, I feel like he uses this.
He doesn't abuse it.
No, it seems like he uses it when it's like, come on, it should be obvious to you that where there's no coffee cup, there's an unchanging thing.
This is a spot where the second husband in the kitchen is not coming from the sea. This is a spot where the second husband in the kitchen is not irritated because of traffic. Okay? Got it? Just any truth applies here. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Tak shipa matrubna.
And by the way, I'm not going to go back and look for reason number 4 because he's about
It's
to
here.
prove it.
It's here.
So, just chill and see what he thinks number 4 is because it's correct. Yeah, it's right here.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
Tak padan chick church and ke kabom ni dam mandrawa dan drawa yimbartal. Ke kabom ni dam mandrawa dan chick.
Can we deal with the two first?
Dang dak chick drill yimbecher.
Yeah, let's go slow.
Yeah.
Tapa the cheek church and let's take something which is the same as an unchanging thing. Okay.
Yeah, great.
I still want to say empty space.
That's not true.
Okay. Kikabum ni. It is so connected to what is not connected to coffee cup and coffee table. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, empty space is connected with what's not connected to coffee cup and coffee table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any problem? No. Okay. Why? Because now, because to be it is to be what's not connected to coffee cup and coffee table.
Find.
Okay, to be it is to be what's not connected to coffee cup and coffee table. Okay?
Okay.
Dak chik del means to be it is to be the category. Okay? Dak chik del. You know, and if you're a bad translator, you'll say it has a single, it's a single
One
essence
single
or
essence,
something,
one
which
essence,
doesn't
yeah.
mean anything to anybody. Toyotas are dak chik del with cars. So to be a Toyota is to be a car. Okay?
Is there a difference between dongsik drill and dongsik? Are those?
No, same thing. Yeah.
Those are dongsik.
Yep.
I'm by which to say they're dongsik drill.
Yeah.
Great.
So to be something which is unchanging is to be something which is unconnected to coffee cup and coffee table. That's all. Okay? That's all. To be something which is unchanging, like empty space, is to be something which is unconnected with coffee cup and coffee table. Okay? God bless. Oh, we got wrong Luke. Yay! Okay. 12:14. Madrumna.
Matrub na tak pa don chick church and kabom ni don mandrawa don dak chick drill ya martel kabom ni don mandrawa don dak ni chick gone ta de kabom ni don mandrawa me mena kya mega pager.
Okay, Tabadan Church, and let's take that thing which is one with unchanging things. I still want to say space. Kabum Nida Mando da Dr. Dalian Batal. It is so true that to be empty space is to be something which is not connected with coffee cup and coffee table. Okay? Why? Kabum Nida Mando da Dr. Kigone Tade. Because these two things are separate in a sense where one, to be one is to be unconnected with the two of coffee cup and coffee table, and B, if there were no such thing as things which were not connected to coffee cup and coffee table, then it couldn't exist.
Yeah.
If there were no such thing as things that weren't connected to coffee cup and coffee table, then empty space couldn't exist.
Each of these reasons is easy.
Yeah, each of these reasons is easy. Okay. So, explain why we are relaxing now.
Oh, because we're at wrong Luke.
What's that?
It's
And what are the three sections we're going through?
I think it's Kak Shak Pong Sum.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Wrong Luke.
Wrong Luke Shakpa.
Sorry, Shen Luke Gakpa.
Shin Luke Gakpa. Yeah.
Luke Shakpa.
So somebody comes and says something that's incorrect,
Good.
or a series of things that are incorrect.
A whole
Yeah.
section of a misunderstander coming and saying things. Then a whole section of Wrong
Tell
Luke
it-
Shakpa.
Of explaining our own system, or
Where-
explaining our own opinion about
Where we
things,
say
the correct
where we
reason.
say what's correct.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about the Tibetan pedagogical debate system is that there's a third section called
Supapongwa.
Shenakapa. Tsupapongwa.
Tupapongwa.
He gets to come back and complain about our presentation, which is very rare that you will let someone come back and complain about your presentation after you wipe them out.
Unless you can put the words in your mouth.
Acha. Anyway, we kind of breathe a sigh of relief when we get to Ranglung, because this is what we're used to in the West. They just feed us what's correct. They don't give us slight things that are wrong. But in Tibetan system, you teach people first by teaching them what's slightly wrong and showing them why it's slightly wrong. Then when you get to the second section, which is just straight true stuff, you can relax and just be like a Western student and don't think. Okay, so here we go. Just kidding, nah.
Rangi Lutla. So here was where we present our own position.
And we pray that Tsupapongwa is
Long.
short.
Sure.
Then we're just going to be...
Okay. The third section.
Oh, I see.
We got through a difficult debate session. Now it's just they tell us what's correct. And we're hoping that when the guy comes back to defend himself, it's all over in a few minutes. Like Sonny Liston and Muhammad Ali. Okay.
Lost on most people.
No, we don't. He doesn't remember.
Ngoe Ngoe Tsini Yate Tade Ching contradiction shitumba misipa temperature.
That's a really short definition.
Delightful.
He kind of sounds like he's tired. Okay, please translate.
There's a definition of contradictory,
Of contradiction?
of contradiction, because things which are different and of which something which is both not.
It's not
'Cause-
possible.
Yes, yeah, and it's not possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
something which is both. Something which is both is not possible.
Good.
Yeah.
There's a definition of two
Mhm.
things being contradicting each
Mhm.
other, because A, they should be separate things, and B, there should be no one thing which is both. Okay.
Cool.
He did it very briefly, but it's okay.
17 pages of
Yeah.
Brutalization.
Go ahead.
Tsinchi ni yete takpadang ngapo ni temperature.
What's that?
Classical example would be the two of unchanging things and working things.
Yeah, they contradict each other. No working thing can be unchanging, and no unchanging thing could do anything. Okay. Okay, go.
Ngapo dang gelwe tsini yete kyo ngapo dang tare kyo yang yin ngapo yang yin be shi tamba mi sipa temperature.
Translate.
There's a definition for that which shares a relation, or that which is contradictory to working things.
Good, good.
Because something which is both something which is it and a working thing. It and working things are separate. It's also it.
And there's no
and-
one thing which is both.
which is both. There's no one thing which is both a working thing and which is both it and being a working thing is possible. It's not
Yeah.
possible. Excuse me, not possible.
Yeah. Now, his classic example
Wow.
supports Kramer's viewpoint.
Mhm.
You say those two sentences all in one, because there was like a lot of corrections in.
There is
sorry.
okay.
It's a little bit difficult to word it.
First one. There is a definition of contradiction because it is when two things are separate and there is no one thing which is both. And a classic example would be one thing which was both changing and unchanging and changing. There is a definition of that which is contradictory with being a working thing because A, it would have to be separate from working things, and B, there would have to be it would have to be impossible to find one thing which was both it and a working thing. A classic example would be
The two, the coffee table and the coffee cup.
coffee cup and coffee table taken together, which is, if it fits his definition, it's separate from a working thing, and there's no one thing which is it and a working thing. Okay, so that supports your idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go, go, go.
So that's why you have to use Duma chain.
Maybe.
Ngapo dang. Ngapo dang gawa dang gawa tsini yete.
Wise.
Kyo ngapo dang gawa dang tade. Kyo yang yen. Ngapo dang gawa yembe shi tamba mi sipa te yembe.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
There's a definition of that which is contradictory with being a working thing.
Yeah, basically, what does sorry? What does it mean to be contradictory to contradictory?
That means to be it.
It means to not be contradictory, right?
Mm.
Okay, so just think of that. Okay. What's it? What's the definition of being contradictory to something which is contradictory to something? A. It's separate from that which is contradictory to something. Okay.
Uh-huh.
B. There's no one thing which is both it and which is also contradictory to a working thing.
Uh-huh. And there's
Here we go. Now he piled up two Gelwas. He piled up contradictory to contradictory, which is to say not contradictory, right?
so yeah.
Now he's going to pile up not contradictory.
With contradictory.
What does it mean to be not contradictory to something which is not contradictory to a banana?
He's not supposed to do this to us in Run Loop.
Any banana. Okay. Any banana is not contradictory with what is not contradictory to a banana because they get along.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? As long as they're separate. Okay. Go ahead.
Ngapo dan mingawa dan gawe tsini yade. Kyo ngapo dan mingawa dan tade. Kyo yang yen ngapo dan mingawa yang yen be shi tamba mi sipa te major.
There's a definition of the. I'm sorry, it's not two mingawas.
It's gawe
mingawa and
mingawe.
mingawa. There's a definition of that which contradicts that which doesn't contradict a working thing. Because A, it should not contradict a working thing, and B, it should be it, and there should be no one thing which is both it and which is not contradictory to a working thing. Okay, if you didn't follow that, I don't care. Okay, next.
I think so.
He's just being cute now.
Ngapo dan mingawa dan gawe tsini yade. Kyo ngapo dan mingawa dan tade. Kyo yang yen ngapo dan mingawa yen be shi tamba mi sipa te major.
Okay, there is a definition of that thing which contradicts what doesn't contradict a working thing. Because A, it should be separate from that thing which doesn't contradict that which doesn't contradict a working thing. And B, there should not be possible one thing which is both it and which doesn't contradict what doesn't contradict a working thing.
Okay.
If you can check that on the recording.
Totally.
Next.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep piling them up now.
No,
By the
that
way,
was
in
a
the
good one.
background, you have to be able to follow this.
Yeah.
They're just exercising young monks' minds.
Okay.
And old people like.
Like Nick. Grandpa Nick.
Grampy Nick. So we're at 12:22.
Yeah.
Ngapo dan gawa dan gawe. Ngapo dan gawa tsini yade. Kyo ngapo dan gawa dan tade. Kyo yang yen ngapo dan gawa yen be shi tamba mi sipe te major.
There does exist a definition of that which contradicts that which contradicts that which contradicts working thing. Because A, there should not be possible one thing which is both contradicts that which contradicts a working thing and which does contradict that which contradicts a working thing. Okay? Check
Missed
the recording.
the first
Next.
part. Okay, yeah, I will. Okay. Pompa dan mengawe tsini yade. Kyo pompa dan ta mi de dan kyo yang yen pompa yen be shi tamba ye pa kan rung te yen be cher.
There does exist a definition of that which doesn't contradict a coffee cup, because it is that there should be one thing which is both separate from...
Not separate.
Say
Ta mi
again?
de?
Say again?
It's separate.
There should be one thing which is
not separate.
So, which is not separate from a coffee cup, and which is also a coffee cup.
Okay.
I don't know why the common room. We gotta think about that.
Because it could be.
Any one or number of things.
Yeah, it could be either one.
He's saying it's either or. We gotta cook that. Okay, next.
Kabum ni da mengawa.
Do you have a chance of finishing your text? This time?
Yeah, totally.
Said possible, right?
Yeah, I think we go up to 1260, so we're covering about 20 a day,
Don't
so we
worry,
should be
you don't
there.
have to sell it in Bali, okay?
Until you do.
Nobody will come back. Okay, go ahead.
Bompa dan mengawe tsini yade. Kyo bompa dan kabum ni dan mengawe tsini yade. Kyo kabum ni dan ta mite dan kyo yang yen kabum ni yembe shi tamba yepa kan rung de major.
There's another common room. There is a definition of that which does not contradict a coffee cup and a coffee table. It's considered together. Because there does exist one thing which is both not separate from coffee cup and coffee table, and which is also coffee cup and coffee table.
Okay.
It feels good because if you need two elements to be Mingawa, then if you don't have both of those elements, you're not. So if he says Kongrum and says, look, if you have either of these elements, you've ruined your Mingawa.
Maybe. Okay, next, 1225.
Pompa dan gawa dan mengawe tsini go. Yeah, it should be goe.
No. Oh, see, it should be going. You're correct. Yeah. That's correct.
Bompa dan gawa dan mengawe tsini yade. Kyo Kyo Pomba Dang Gyawa Dang Ta Mi De Dang Kyo Yang Yen Pomba Dang Gyawa Yembe Shi Tumba Yepa Kan Rong De Yembe Cher.
There is a definition of something which doesn't contradict that which does contradict a coffee cup, but because there does exist one thing which is both not separate from that which contradicts a coffee cup, and which is also contradicts a coffee cup.
Not separate?
It's either, but
Okay, either one.
Yeah.
Either. Okay, go.
Pompa Dang Mengyawa Dang Mengyawe Tseni Yede Kyo Pompa Dang Mengyawa Dang Ta Mi De Dang Kyo Yang Yen Pompa Dang Mengyawa Yembe Shi Tumba Yepa Kan Rong De Yembe Cher.
Okay, there does exist a definition of that which does not contradict that which does not contradict a coffee cup, because there does exist one thing which is both separate from that which does not contradict a coffee cup. It's not separate from that which doesn't contradict a coffee cup, and which is also doesn't contradict a coffee cup. Okay. Or either.
Or, yeah.
Maybe. Okay, go.
1 minute left.
I'm looking ahead for some hope.
Pompa Dang Mengyawa.
it's a while.
Hey, there's our simple poem.
Who thought we'd be excited? For
How far does that? I'm just curious how far it goes.
Not too bad.
It is
Yeah,
too
like
bad.
1267.
It is.
It's like 1267 or something.
I think that's the end of your text. Look.
Can we just pretend we're... No.
Was that 416 pages?
Making my pitch.
418? Jeez.
Let's say we're here.
Pompa
Let's say we're
Dang-
here. I'm not quite
Okay.
sure, but
Pompa-
they're all the same.
Yeah, they are really kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Gawa, Gawa.
The format, like
wife.
once you see the format for the first one, you can kind of
Yeah.
pull out the other ones.
We should be complete.
Completist school.
Pompa Dang Mengyawa Dang Mengyawe Tseni Yede Kyo Pompa Dang Mengyawa Dang Ta Mi De Dang Kyo Yang Yen Pompa Dang Mengyawa Yembe Shi Tumba Yepa Kan Rong De Yembe Cher.
There does exist a definition of that thing which doesn't contradict that thing which doesn't contradict a coffee cup, because A,
Either.
it should be. I'm sorry. It is not separate from that thing which doesn't contradict a coffee cup, and there does exist one thing which is not separate from that which doesn't contradict a coffee cup, and that one thing is also doesn't contradict a coffee cup either. 1227.
Pompa Dang Mengyawa
I'm
Dang
not sure about
Gyawa.
the either here. Ah, shucks. Okay.
What's your real app gonna be?
Should have a beautiful photo.
Confusion. His book is being divided into 4 books, because by itself it would be almost 2,000 pages, and it wouldn't come out for 12 years or something. So some of the longer books we are splitting up into smaller books. Okay. Stanley's book is going to be 6 books, because he's going to be finished in 2046. He's scheduled to be finished in 2046. Okay. I will be 94.
Oh, that's.
Okay, looking
Please stay.
forward.
Please stay. Please stay.
Gives me something to look forward to. Stop here. What's the date? 17, 20. Okay. All right.
Sashi Puki Juxing Me Tok Tram Ri Rab Ling Shi Ninde Gyampa Li Sangye Shingdu Mikte Ulwagi Droku Namdak Shingla Drupal Shok Niram Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami Gewa Di Yewo Kun Sunam Yeshe Tsok Zok Shing Sunam Yeshe Le Jungwe Damba kunyi topar shok.
By the way, to see emptiness directly, basically you have to be able to do this quickly.
That's probably not always.
Start training.
Yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
it's not useless.
Yeah, totally.
It's not without meaning. Yeah.
You guys can stay for another class if you want something that will be a little bit more satisfying.